Okay, so what we've got done here is we've got the carburetor put on, we've got the fuel line put on, got the tank pretty much cleaned out. I mean, everything's about ready to go. I think the last thing we need to do here is check some of the fluids, make sure we got oil in it. We want to make sure we got a little water in it when we fire it up, and then get a little bit more gas in it because we don't have very much gas in it. Put the battery in it. It's a 6-volt. It's probably slow. We might have to jump it a little bit to get it to run, but we're going to go ahead and try to crank on this here in just a minute and get it fired up and make it run.
Looking at the fan shaft here, there's not a lot of play or wear in that. I think this tractor probably is a pretty low hour tractor. Had not been used much. Like Steve said, it's probably been parked 50, 60 years. Farmer updated and just parked it off to the side. So I think it's a good, solid, nice low hour tractor.
What we got here is we've got it on. There's probably something not connecting here. Our ground's good, and it could just be, we might just have a bad starter. We don't know. Let me see it. There we go. It's not kicking out.
Push it. It's turning. It just needs.
Well, it's engaged. I guess the only fear I have is it not disengaging when it fires up. But it's just so crusty and dry in here from all the years it's sitting around that what amazes me is that I took a can of WD-40 and a hammer and beat on that, and it's starting to work. That's what blows me away. You can't try that shit with your Prius in 50 years from now. It isn't going to work. Try it with anything. Try it with your new modern tractors today. 50 years from now,
You won't even be able to hit it with a hammer.
yeah. That's what's so cool about this stuff. Grab a little screw.
Doing right now is these are covers that cover the spark plug so you didn't bump against it, didn't get a shock, anything like that. So we're going to take them loose right now, swing them out of the way, and check and make sure that we've actually got spark. We got the tractor turning over, we got fuel to the carburetor. So the next thing is...
So nice with the screwdrivers. There we go. See that?
That's called ingenuity.
That's a made you tool right there, baby.
So this is our magneto. This is what produces spark for our tractor. There's a coil in here and there's points in here. So we just need to make sure the points maybe need cleaned. They're contact points just like what an older car would have. So we're just going to take this cap off, take a look in there, see what we got going on. Not too bad. The other thing would just be a condenser. Let's take a look. I think the coil's back here, and I think that's probably all right. No dirt came out of there. So,
Crank it over so we got the switch freed up. Ooh, look at that. The damn light works. I'm not shitting you.
amazing.
Look at that.
No way. Now when it gets dark, we can go for a ride.
Oh, hell yeah. So I'd imagine halfway is on and then light, right?
Yeah.
All right, so when you're ready, switch is ready.
Okay. So I'm cleaning up our cap here, all our contact points, our rotor, just anything that might have crud built up on that. We're just going to clean them off, polish them up a little bit so they're making a good contact. We're going to check our points in here, clean them up a little.
You want to see if you got any spark?
Oh! I got gas.
Where did the gas come from?
It's out of the pet cot.
Did it?
Yeah. It's pointing the wrong way. It's supposed to point at the ground.
Oh, and you got a little shot in the face? That'll scare the piss out of you.
Yeah.
No spark though, huh? Ready?
Yep.
There we go. Keep popped.
She popped. We blew her can off.
We popped.
Yeah.
Okay, we're there. We're close. Ready? Choke.
You get gas out of this petrol.
We got this thing, I think we got oil in it, we got fresh gas, put some Marvel Mystery oil in it, got a fresh battery, cleaned all our grounds, points, condenser, water, we had to put some water in it, checked our fluids in the rear end, we checked our oil, we got fresh oil in it. So it's pretty well ready to go. That's what's crazy is tractors, you know, it probably hasn't been run in 50 years. And basically you can, with not much effort, make it run. So now we're gonna start it. I think our compressor rate is off over there. Is that one open over there, Mike?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll give it a little choke. Put a little throttle in it. So I'm trying to get these running because I think it'd be fun. You know, you could put a triangle on the back and drive farm equipment as long as you're not going over a certain amount of miles per hour. You can get away with driving them on the street. So I'm gonna put this thing together, get 2 or 3 of them going, so me and the guys can just go cruise the strip with them. You know, you wouldn't believe how many girls think your tractor's sexy. You know what I mean? So it's pretty fun to go cruise them around. So we kind of went into the night a little bit late last night trying to figure out a few problems with it. We got inside of the magneto and realized that we had a condenser that was bad, which turned out to be kind of a little bit of a struggle. Just for the record, a 390 Ford condenser actually works in these. So we took this all apart last night and put a new condenser in it, cleaned the points up. It had been sitting for a while, so I had a little bit of condensation and a little crusty stuff on the points, cleaned it up. So I think we're getting really close to being able to take this thing out and drive it around and see if the old tire will stay on. So it's come together. We're cleaning up our ground straps right now, making sure that all our power is good. The tractor sounds really good. I mean, it's actually got a really smooth sound to it. Matter of fact, right before I left last night, I fired it up one more time just to make sure that it would fire up, but it sounds really good. It's smooth. There's no banging around. It's a pretty unused tractor. That's what's really cool about it. So anyway, I mean, you know, it's just an old John Deere tractor that really probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people, but it's something cool about it. Like if you got one of these and took it home, put it in your garage and worked on it and made it run, it's just something about it is so satisfying. So it's a sense of accomplishment, and you know, something that's been sitting for 50 years, and to hear it actually run, that's pretty cool. You know, things like this have been scrapped, thrown away. They don't use them anymore, and to make it run is really cool. Because if you take a modern day car, your Prius, your Chevy Duramax, your Ford Power Stroke, your new Dodge, in 80 years from now, it probably isn't gonna run. It just probably ain't gonna happen. This thing right here, pour gas transmission fluid in it, it'll run just about on anything. So it's really cool to see these things still come back to life and run. Matter of fact, I got some Marlboro Mist oil in it, or for it. So I'm gonna pop this off, put a little more gas in it, throw some Marlboro Mist oil in it, run it through the carburetor, clean everything out, and maybe do a little tuning on the carburetor, and hell, go have fun with it.